Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fastball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do subscribe down below, click the like button, all that good stuff, and comment down below to tell me if you guys have packed anyone awesome from League SBC grind. This is episode 7 of the League SBC Method to Glory. We're making huge movements on that. Before we get into anything on this video, we want to talk to you guys about what's coming on the channel in the next sort of week. So the plan for the channel is going to be essentially that we're going to be bringing out Trading from Scratch series. So we're going to be bringing out on Xbox a 0 to hopefully 2 million is going to be the plan over the course of a week or so, maybe slightly longer than that. Once that account is done with, I have no use for that account. It will be given away to one of you guys, one of you viewers, completely free. So stick around to watch that and make sure you get involved and support that. Details of how you can enter the giveaway for that account will be coming in the videos bit by bit. And we're going to be doing the same thing for that. We're doing it on Xbox on one account, and then we're going to do it again, hopefully on PS4 as well. So someone on PS4 will win an account. Easy as that. But they're going to be completely from scratch, brand new accounts. So that'll be doing things like the SBC'S on the accounts, trading on the accounts, special trading, icon trading, all that good stuff. But this is episode 7 of the League SBC Method to Glory, like I said. If you're wondering why the coin total has gone down, what I've decided to do while I'm doing the trading from scratch on those series is basically just build myself a team that I wanted on this series. This is completely no FIFA points spent. Space of about a few months we've traded to this whilst doing other trading on other accounts. But this is really good team. It's pretty much in game now. Messi I want to upgrade at some point, but it's solid enough. I'm in weekend league at the moment, and I am 8-0 at the moment, so we're doing really well. If you can see it there to say 8 wins. 8 wins, yes, 8 wins, and then leaderboard. Is it leaderboard? It's schedule, yeah, schedule. We've got 22 games left, so hopefully we do well this week. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on. The point of this episode though is I've got lots of bronzes stacked up in my club. I'm going to convert those to silvers. I want to talk to you guys about the value of golds. And then hopefully, as always, try and complete some more League SBCs as we go. But as I'm opening up the packs this time, I'm going to go over some... You guys got some queries, questions, some comments that you guys have made in the comment section. And I want to go over that. One of the major comments that I keep seeing, and I can't stress this enough, it's not true, is that you need to get lucky for this method to be successful. And that's not true at all. Getting lucky helps, don't get me wrong. Packing Hazard was brilliant. If you look at the transfer pile... We've got, obviously, Hazard that we've got here. We've also got ter Stegen that we've got there that we packed in the same pack. We've also got Aguero untradeable that we packed in the 50k pack. Yes, that helps without a doubt, but if you're doing this method properly, there shouldn't really be a stress. Because I'm going to go through them right now and show you the bronzes that we've got in the club right now, okay? The bronzes that we packed, sorry. So in the last pack opening I did, I got a rare Irish player. I got 2 Brescia defenders. I mean, that is a little bit lucky, I'm not going to lie. I got those within the space of 3 packs. 2 of these guys, they sell for quite a bit at the moment. We also got some Shamrock Rovers players. But absolutely everything at the moment is selling. Like, I can't stress that enough. Even Japanese managers are selling. We've got this guy here. We've got a few more cards to sell here. Now, if you're looking at this method, when you're doing it, and you're looking at the bronze packs, if you're not keeping track of what you're getting in back in value of players, it will seem that you're like, well, my coin total is going down and I'm getting nothing back in return for it. This is where you need to be relatively intelligent and relatively sort of on the ball to be actually right. My coin total may have gone down 30k. However, from that set of bronze packs, for example, I did get back X amount of coins, and from those silvers that I got back X amount of coins in value. That's why spreadsheets are really useful. And from the golds, I got X amount of value. Now, for the first, like I say, few days of you doing it, spending 50k a day, that's my recommendation. We'll go into that in more detail. Spending 50k a day, your coin total is going to go down. That's a fact. That's why I say to you guys, trade, use your profit for trading as what you use for League SBC method, right? But once you get to the stage that I'm at now, your coin total doesn't tend to go down too much because the league starts cycling. And they start cycling, it gets easier and easier and easier as you go. And again, you will eventually, law of probability say you will eventually hit a walkout or a card like that will then make one of your bronze packs like set up for free. You'll be able to do bronze packs for free. Essentially, most of mine now are free because of Hazard, but some of your bronze packs will be free. So then you get that whole step there, you then go and do those bronze packs with the coins that you made from that player. When you start selling the bronze packs that you get from it, suddenly your coin total goes up again. And it's that cycling. There's a lot of, like, we're going to call them busybodies in the comment section that aren't, without being blunt, aren't very good at this method. And sit there and go, well, my coin total went down and this isn't true and it's not true, it's not true. I can't stress this enough. There are 600 people in my Discord and almost all of them now are doing this method and seeing the rewards from it. We've had Griezmann's packs, we've had loads of ridiculous packs that people are picking up from doing this method. But all of them are still within their coin total they were at the beginning because now they're cycling their club. But what we're going to do, I've got a load of bronze cards in my club. I'm going to go convert those to silvers, and then we're going to talk about questions that you guys have in detail and really get into the nitty-gritty of how this method works. And yeah, just more detail for you guys in that sense. So I'm going to go and get the silver packs built, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so we've gone and put together all those bronze packs into 2 silver player packs, or 2 bronze players into 2 silver player packs. Got 43 of them. As we open them up, I want to go over some stuff. So the first question that you guys keep asking me is, how much money do you need to spend? And the simplistic answer to that is it's not a set figure. You just keep going and keep going and keep going, okay? Over and over again. The reason why I say that is because once you get to a stage like I am at now, that's a really nice pack. That's a really, really nice pack to start with. Once you're at the stage that I'm at now, you are able to keep recycling the leagues, right? So I'm pretty sure once I've done this, I'll be able to get at least 10 to 15 packs done. But you want to be putting in, every time you go and do it, you haven't got to do it every day. That's the most important thing here. You haven't got to do this method every day. But you want to be putting in, in my opinion, about 50k a time is probably about right. But when you know to stop that is going to be when you start to get a lot of duplicate bronzes coming up. That's when to stop it. But there's no set. This should now be a method that you're using throughout the rest of this game. Like, it's not a very difficult method to do. Mason Greenwood, let's go. But throughout the rest of this game, you should be grinding out this method. You should be really hitting up as much of this as you can. It's why I say use your profit. So even if it's like Foot Champs rewards profit and stuff like that, so if you get coins from Foot Champs, use that. Even if you're doing it once a week, within a month, 2 months, you'll start to see it. For me, I'm doing it pretty much every single day because it's bread and butter of what I'm doing on this series. But also just because I find it fun. I think it's made FIFA fun for me. There is no set amount to do overall. However, there is a massive point to be made about not, like, someone was like, oh, I'm going to put 500k into it right now. And I said to him, don't do that. What you want to be doing is putting in 50k at a time, cycling through. 50k at a time, cycling through. And that's the best way to do it. Someone else then asked me and said, do you need to do your bronze into silvers into gold straight away? I tend to, but not always. It's better to do it that way because it reduces the risk of getting too many duplicate bronzes when you open up duplicate silvers when you open up these packs here. But you haven't got to. What I find a bit more fun is at the risk of getting a couple of duplicate silvers that I could put into an upgrade pack, is I then stock them up. So I've got maybe, I don't know, I'm in a position where I can do 10 to rare gold upgrade packs. So I'll go through and cycle. Ferrari's a very nice pull. He tends to go for a couple of K usually. 1,500, 1,300, it's not too bad. I tend to do maybe one cycle of bronzes and convert those into silvers and lead the silvers in the club. Then my second cycle of bronzes, I do the bronze cards themselves, then the silvers and the golds as well. And then the same thing again, rinse and repeat and keep going. I'm going to go over one other thing that you guys keep, well, I've seen a few times. People saying you need to get lucky for this method. You do not need to get lucky for this method. So far from this, I've probably got about, what are you saying, 8 to 10k of silvers back from this so far. Another League SBC player there. I'm seeing the value in my club. The people that complain about needing to get lucky with this method are the people that are using their coins that they can't afford to use for this method. It's as simple as that. If you can't afford to do this method, don't do it. That's the long and short of it. You need to make sure you're trading or doing whatever it is on the side so coin total is continually going up and you're using that profit to go into this method. Because then you're not going to see your actual coin total come down. But over time, you start to open more packs. And the law of probability says you're going to hit someone. I hit Hazard, Ter Stegen, another Dusseldorf player, nice. I hit Hazard, Ter Stegen and Aguero in the same opening, right? Aguero was untradeable. He's perfect for the 88 rated squad for the mid-icon. Ter Stegen I sold for 60,000 coins because he's got quite a big value at the moment. And obviously Hazard I sold for 1.15 million. The law of probability says the more packs you open, the better it's going to go, basically. The chances are at some point you're going to hit something. Someone else asked me about pack stacking. Now, if there's a promo on, or a promo coming in the next couple of days, stack packs, it's fine. But let's say it's the end of Foot birthday and you guys are doing this method, open your packs as you go. If there's nothing special in packs other than Team of the Week, just open them up. Only pack stack when you know something good is coming. That I cannot stress enough. Only pack stack when something good is coming. Someone asked me what I do with my duplicates. If during the silver player packs I get a duplicate League SBC, I go and see if the League SBC can be completed now, okay? I go and see if the League SBC can be completed. If it's a duplicate from a non-League SBC team, I'm going to be entirely honest here, if I can be bothered, I will go and do it. Otherwise, I just discard them. Unless they're holding a decent value, I just go and discard them. Because one player ain't going to make the difference. But I would say the better sort of mentality to get into is that every card is valuable. And every card is valuable. I would probably advise that you go and use that card in a League SBC, not League SBC, go and use that card in an upgrade pack rather than let them go to waste. This guy used to sell, he doesn't anymore, but he used to sell. When Apara first came out, he was like 2k. I would go and do the upgrade pack there and then, realistically. I would go and do that upgrade pack because the whole point of this card is you want to get as much, this whole method, is you want to get as much value out of these packs as you can, realistically. Like, you want to get as much value out of them as possible. So discarding is something you want to do only when you have to do it. Someone else asked when I then also go and do my So say, for example, I've got Bournemouth, for example, and I've got 5 players. Would I then go and buy 6 others to do them? No, I wouldn't. And those of you who are doing that, you're probably part of the reason why you're complaining that your coin total is going down so much. My hard and fast rule tends to be 7 minimum, unless the team is dirt cheap. Unless the team's absolutely cheap, like some of the CSL teams and stuff like that. Unless the team's dirt cheap, my hard and fast rule is 7 at minimum. So 7 players for Bournemouth, I then go and buy the 4 that I need to complete them. If you're going out buying, I don't know, let's say you're going about 6 players of the team, you defeat the purpose of in my opinion, defeat the purpose of this method. Because you're going, let's say you've got 2,000, let's say 3,000 coins worth a player, you're then going to spend 3,000 coins on more players. You don't need to do that. This method is all about patience. You've got to take your time. You're in no rush. But let's be honest, like I said before, we're all going there. So this is a guy here, for example. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to go and do an upgrade. But if you've got a duplicate here, I would say to go and get Van Rankin, and I would go and put him into, not a very Mexican name, Van Rankin. I would go and put him into silver upgrade for 3 rare gold players, because it's a waste of coins. But for the purpose of this video, to save time, I'm not going to bother doing that. But yeah, those of you who are saying, I do it after 5, in my opinion, you're doing it wrong. I think you need to wait till 7. I think 7's the right amount. It means you're only spending sort of a couple of K on doing that team. So if you spend a couple of K on doing Bournemouth, for example, all you got to do is get a couple of K worth of players out of that pack to make it worth it. That's just my opinion with it. I know most people who do this method tend to stick to the 7/8 rule. And I would advise doing that too. And honestly, I'd advise doing that too. Someone else asked me, although I've mentioned this before and I mentioned it in this video, about how to keep track of what you're spending. Firstly, I would, quite simply, if you're struggling to keep track of what you're spending, when you're doing the bonds packs, don't sell your bonds players straight away. Anyone that's got value, put up the transfer pile, and then you'll be able to mark. Say you start at 700k and you're down at 660, you'll know that you spent 40,000 coins on those bonds packs. And then go and list those bonds players. Once those bonds players have sold, I'd say, okay, cool, that's nice, 2 League SBC players. Once those bonds players have sold, I'd then go, okay, cool, I made 20k back from those packs, so I need to make 20k back from the silvers and the golds, which you will do realistically. And then once the silvers sell, as you're doing it, I mean, I know most of the value of these players, I don't really need to because I'm using trade profit, but you can check, you'll go, okay, cool, these guys sell for X amount, X amount, X amount, and you start to realise that actually there's a lot. So, for example, this is Pedro Sarr now, right? Unless he's tradable, which is not, he's a League SBC card. Now, he's only 1,000 coins, which isn't too deep, but I am going to go and check if I can do him. I will be right back. Alright, guys, so I was able to go and complete them. I had to buy one more player that I'd like to have bought, but they're not that expensive a team, realistically. None of their players are more than sort of like 900, 1,000 coins. So, yeah, we got him. Rather than wasting him, we can go back into them again now, which is quite nice. And from them, we got a premium silver players pack, so we will open that up now as well. But yeah, that's essentially how you should deal, especially with League SBC. I would just be more strict with those and stringent with those than I would be perhaps with a normal card. So if a normal non-League SBC card, I'd be a bit more stringent and strict. We've got a Union Berlin player. I don't think it's sells that much at the moment. It's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. McKechran, this guy, rouging high, he doesn't suffer much at all. McKechran, not much at all. He's one of the like cheap ones. Again, we've not been getting very lucky with the silvers recently. We did alright recently, but not like hard good. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, that's what. Just make sure you like that. Make sure you treat every card as valuable, because every card is part of this method and it really helps you to grind out. Someone asked a simplistic question as well about how to know what the value of bronze packs is, the value of the cards in bronze packs. And like I said to you in videos before this, check the price of everything. Like I'm going to be blunt. I think a lot of people that do these methods, a lot of people that trade full stop, are lazy, and that's my honest opinion. A lot of people sort of want to trade a lot, but can't be asked to put in the time and the thought process to go, actually, let me make sure I'm learning my craft as I do this. It is a craft. Trading isn't easy. It can be easy in certain aspects, but it's not an easy thing, especially when you're trading it either across this method, which you need to know a lot of the market for. Is he tradable? No, it's not. It's all right. We'll let him go. This method, which you need to know a lot of the market for, but other methods as well. The simplistic way to learn that is to trade is to learn the prices, learn everything as part of those bonds packs. So in those bonds packs, you should know that Japanese managers are expensive and certain Dutch managers are expensive. You should know that Shamrock Rovers players are expensive, and you might not know the reason why, but you'll know they are expensive because you've checked their price. Rare Irish and Northern Irish players, they're expensive because you've checked their price. And that again is how you start to continue to build up your knowledge of this method and go, okay, cool, I've made back 2.5k from that pack. Know that you can mass list bonds if you want to mass list bonds player fitnesses. You can sell bonds squad fitnesses. You can sell bonds attribute cards. Like, if you really wanted to, most of the bronze attribute cards, including pace and stuff like that, you can sell. Someone will eventually pick them up if you want to relist them enough. It's really that simplistic. Another person asked me and said, how do you know once you're getting to the stage where you can compete League SBCs? And again, the first obvious answer for that is check your club. Just keep checking your club, keep checking SBCs, keep moving on forward with that, keep grinding it out. But make sure you're aware of what's going into your club and what's coming out of your club. That's something that will get you a massive understanding of what it is you need and how it is you're going to be making the coins back from your club. But moreover than that, there is no hard and fast answer for when your club's going to be ready to start doing League SBCs on whole. Like a lot of you, I've seen so many people be like, when will I be able to start doing them and competing in League SBCs? Honestly, there is a degree of luck that comes in with making sure you get the right players you need to get. So, actually, the dog walks in, as always. Making sure you get the right players you need to get. For example, if I'm still waiting on Chelsea players, for example, I'm waiting for Chelsea players to come out of packs, and sometimes I just don't get Chelsea players, so I tend to be patient. There is a however here, and this is a very, very, very important however. If you are sitting around waiting for one team to be completed, right? Let's say you're sitting around waiting for, I don't know, let's say Chelsea as an example. Waiting for Chelsea to be completed. If you're then stacking up other teams in that league, so say, for example, you've done 19 of the 20 Premier League teams, but as you've been waiting for Chelsea to come round, your club is slowly but surely being stacked up with, again, I could do 20, but I know I'm nowhere near doing it, or Emin, I think that is, but I know I'm nowhere near on them. If you're sitting there waiting for that Chelsea, your other team's going to stack up and you're going to keep getting dupes. Now, dupes aren't a bad thing, especially if they're tradable. If you're getting duplicates tradables, that's fine. You can sell them and make coins back. So that's not the end of the world. This Samuel, I don't think is tradable. But I know I'm 2 away from Blackburn. It's really annoying, but I know I'm 2 away from Blackburn. I'm only got 5 of them, I think, at the moment. But yeah, if you're getting duplicates, you can sell those duplicates back, essentially, right? So you can make coins from, I don't know, 700, 800 coins from duplicates you're getting from Brighton or United or whatever it is you're getting the duplicates from. However, is that the most efficient way to do this method? Not really, because those players could be going into a pack you're likely to pack something better out of, if that makes sense, or you could possibly pack something better out of. Because there's an element of wanting to pack something good. You don't need to pack something good for this method to work, but you might want to pack someone good for this method to work, essentially. Because getting a Hazard, for example, means I can chill now. Like, I've made 1 million coins of this method already. So I can sit there and chill, and it's not too much of a stress for me. But again, I would say that, say you get to stay with Chelsea, that you've got 5 or 6, and you keep getting duplicates in the Premier League because you're waiting for them, just buy the extra players you need. If you need to do it, just buy them. I did the exact same thing for Bundesliga. I was seeing so many Bundesliga dupes that when Thursday came round and Silver's crashed in price, I went and bought Paderborn and Union Berlin, because I was like, do you know what? I needed X amount for Paderborn and a few for Union Berlin. So I went out and thought, sorry, I'm going to go out and buy these cards, because why not? Because otherwise I'm going to sit here and not be able to recycle this SBC quickly enough. And now I'm seeing the Bundesliga stack up very quickly again. I'm probably going to be able to get that done again in a few days' time if I'm lucky. So that's something that is worth thinking about. If you're sitting on 1 team or 2 teams, it could be worth buying them. Just be careful that you're not going out and like buying a ridiculously expensive card. Like if you've got Paderborn to do, for example, don't go out and buy them on a day where we had no silver supply on a Monday and you're paying 50k to get them done, because it defeats the object of this whole process. So just be mindful of that. But there's some of the most key questions you guys have been asking me. What I'm going to go and do now is continue to open up these packs. If I get anything good, I will let you know. And then we're going to convert these silvers up into golds. And then next time you guys will see me, we'll hopefully have some rare gold upgrades for you guys to watch and see that. And then we will go from there. I will be right back. Alright guys, so we got 22 of the silver upgrade into golds. So 3 common gold packs. Most of those League SBC cards, which is very nice. We've now got 5 2 rare gold player packs we can open up. Again, we'll probably get nothing from these. Again, it's just about stacking up the club. Some of maybe the higher rated cards that can go into League SBCs. That's mainly the reasons for this. And it's just about getting the value. This is what I keep saying to you guys. The value for every card possible. Realistically, right now, like Rudiger's perfect. I need to do Chelsea. There you go. Easy as anything. It's about getting as much value as you can out of the cards you've got in your club. For example, the Mexican League, I had 2 sets of cards in there. Like 2 sets of packs of these. So 2 of the packs of these have come from the Mexican League. And so for me, there's no point me holding on to those cards, because they're not really doing anything at the moment. They can go into this, give me cards that I actually need. We've got a border walkout in this one, which is quite nice. It's a walkout as well. That's insane. That's insane. It's brilliant. Portuguese. Right wing. Bernardo Silva. I'll take that all day long. Is that 87? There we go. It's another card that can go into the Icon SBC. We'll take a walkout all day long. I was hoping that might have been Ronaldo then. Not going to lie to you. Would have been incredible if we'd have packed Cristiano Ronaldo. But we'll take an 87 rated Bernardo Silva. And again, so then when you look at the grind, you want to go and compare price on this Bernardo Silva and look that he's at 27k there. He's nearly a 30,000 coin player. So there you go. from him alone, I've made my value back from these bronze packs, because I made at least 20, maybe 30k back out of the 50k I spent from bronzes, plus the silvers, and now plus this guy here, and the other guys I've got. And that is where your profit is, and that's why you're not losing coins. If you're aiming for a mid-icon, this is exactly how you do it. I'm not far now from doing the most expensive mid-icon squad, and that's not even with competing. I've completed 2 League SBCs so far. So it's such an easy grind once you get into the swing of it. But I will take it. It's another board or walkout here, which is very, very nice. Just a board this time. But again, if we can get anything decent from this, Portuguese, it's Cam. Who's this? Oh, is that Bruno Fernandes? There you go. So 2 Portuguese players from the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes can go into one of the 85 squads, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Bernardo Silva. Easy as anything. It's not difficult. I can't stress that enough. And another Milivojevic to go into Crystal Palace. And the final 2 goal players pack. And then we'll go and have a look at the club and the state it's in. This one's not going to be a border walkout. I cannot be annoyed with that though. Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva from those 2 packs. Very, very nice. Very solid. 2 more League SBC cards there as well. And let's go have a look at the state of the club in terms of players that we've got for the League SBC at the moment. So like I've said before, the Bobby Moore that I've got will go into the SBC, because there's no point keeping it. You know, Bobby Moore, I'll probably get him out of it, but you never know. We've got Aguero now. We've got a Pogba. We've got a Lena. We've got a Leonardo. So we've got some very, very good cards there initially to be going on with. We've got Bernardo Silva now to add to that. And then down here we've got Rodriguez, we've got Bruno Fernandes. We've got these 84s. A lot of these 84s are going to be sold though, because again they can't go into it. We've got quite a few decent sort of 84 rated cards here that can be sold from this grind, and then we're down to the 83s. But lads, that's going to be the end of the video. I do want to get into the League SBC and compete in League SBCs. However, for obvious reasons, this video is going to be very long as it is. I don't want it to be too long. But again, you're seeing the grind pay off continually. The next episode, you will see all the League SBCs I'm going to go through right now as soon as this video is over. Start recording the next episode. And I'm going to show you all the packs we get from that. And hopefully, again, we can pack another FUT birthday at the end of the video. Alfie Ratcliffe, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. As always, if you want to watch me do this live, click the link and come over to Twitch. But that's going to be the end of the video. But now, lads, I am out. Peace out. I will speak to you soon.